we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go now?
Check. Tens, fours, tens, fours. Chat. Chat. How the fuck are we, man? How are we? Happy Thursday. We got football tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Quick recaps. Why not? Why not? The quickest of recaps. A banger. A fucking banger. What did I say yesterday, chat? I was more confident in this slip than the one before, and it looked exactly like the OG fridge slip that was on this graphic just a year ago. Literally the exact same. Even Bobby Witt was in there. Even Bobby Witt. And shout out Bobby Witt, dude. He was the whole reason that slip hit. What did I say yesterday? If Bobby Witt hits, we win. And it came down to Bobby in his last at-bat. And bro just splooged for us. We needed a double. He gave us more. An RBI double. We've hit more lineups in the past 2 days than the entire year of 2025 on Surgical Stream. And it's September, fellas. It's September. That's fucking horrible. That's really bad. It's September. Also, Blake Snell. I've already sent him. Actually, no, I didn't send him a message yet. I meant to do that. I'm texting him right now and saying he's hit me. Because holy shit, bro. He was dialed in last night. Just texted him, you're fucking him, bro. You're him. I mean, what a gem of a performance last night. 12 Ks against the red hot Phils in a must-win game for the Dodgers morale. It was insane. Love to see the GOAT locked in like that and tucking us in. You know what? We just been trusting coin respecters, solid reads. Hunter Goodman. What a GOAT. One of my most proud things I've done the past 48 hours was actually give out a play without going to BTL's meet sheets and then seeing that same play on the meet sheet. How about that for a change? How about that? Oh, dude, I totally had a plan to start this episode today with a really funny. Can I restart really fast? Really fast. Let me just restart, okay? Really fast. I had a whole plan. On today's episode of In Front of the Lines, we'll talk plus EV correlation, how to manage your bankroll, and Thursday Night Football official leans. This is the In Front of the Lines. Welcome, everybody. It's your boy BookitwithTrent. Happy Monday. It's a great day to be great, chat. That's isn't that Mike Evans? Or not fucking Mike Evans. Mike Evans. We'll talk about how to manage your bankroll, plus EV correlation, and my official leans for Thursday Night Football. This is In Front of the Lines. It's your boy Bookit with Trent. It's Wagon Wednesday.
I told you know what else you could do? Hoist the colors the pirate leg.
I had a whole plan, and I fucking forgot about it. All good. The pirate lay. That hit, right? What do you mean? Oh, you're deleting that? Yeah, you can delete that. Nah, dude, but for real. I mean, this is some of my favorite work I've ever done, bro. Both of these lineups are just exactly, they just look like winners. Pre-game, post-game, just super proud of myself and us, chat. We did it together. And today's going to be the real test. Today's going to be the real test. Hard-earned lab work. Got to give Jovan his flowers, bro. I had $0 in Prize Picks account pre-Jovan intervention. Post intervention with Jovan, I have $20,000 in the Prize Picks, and we're up fat on the bookie after cashing last night's Fugazi. You're right, Krabs. The gambling gods reward hard work. They do. They finally do. 4 teams playing meaningful ball, and they all did their jobs. Red Sox definitely made that a sweat for no reason, but thank fuck they clutched up for us. Brewers are just such a sneak wag. Finally, the Dodgers get it done, dude. This was live or die by the Dodgers, and the Yankees are starting to heat up. And Trent Grisham might be the best player to lace him up. I mean, what the fuck's going on with that guy? What's going on with Trent Grisham, dude? Seriously. Agenda for the day. And we have till 11:30 before BTL. I want a primetime 4-man, of course. And I honestly kind of want to squeak another MLB 4-man if that's chill. Tough board for MLB per Brian C. Don't love to hear that. Don't love to hear that. We also have a I hate early cake, so any of the early games in baseball, I'm good. We also have WNBA. It might be time to prove myself. If I hit a WNBA lineup, Surge is canceled for good. For good. But we also have a college football game. We're going to lab that one up too. I'm joking, Skywalker. We have a college football game, Rice versus somebody, and I'm going to know both sides of the ball, every player, by the time the stream's over. With that being said, yeah, Rice versus Charlotte. I'm going to know both sides of the ball, every player. Maybe a diverse 4-man Johnson could happen, considering there's a lot of daytime baseball. But let's get right into the primetime 4-man. And I finally figured out Prize Picks on my computer, which is massive. Massive. Listen, this game tonight is very hard. I know the Sharps are probably taking the Dolphins. It might be the right side. 11.5 is a lot of points. I just haven't had a single reason to believe why the Dolphins could keep this one close. I'm very conflicted with this game. I was just listening to Krabs ramble on our morning meeting, and I kind of wish I didn't hear him because he kind of has my brain in a blender. Sometimes Krabs can have his sharp calls, but sometimes he does have moose shit plays. But it was just hearing from the mouth of a sharp. He thinks that the Dolphins are probably going to cover. And I don't know what I want to do, man. I don't know what I want to do. I don't. And it kind of needs to start here. It does. I know the Bills have a lot of injuries on their defense, which, Krabs, I want you to explain this one. Bills have a lot of injuries in their defense. But then he proceeded to say that A-Chain's going to have 0 fantasy points, 0 yards, 0 receptions, 0 rushing yards. because it's a popular play, then how the fuck do you think that the Dolphins are going to be able to keep this one close? If you don't think their best player is going to be able to do anything on offense. That's the thing about Krabs, dude. He lets everybody else's thoughts and opinions influence his. That's not how you were supposed to gamble. We need to get in the lab. We need to, and that's what we're going to do. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I think it's going to be. I honestly, truly believe the Bills cover. If I'm being honest, and so I think that's how I'm going to build this 4-man. But the 4-man can hit still, even without the Bills covering. Krabs and Q.
Oi.
Yo.
I'd like to explain.
Okay.
Bills have a lot of injuries in their secondary. The Bills D-line is fine. Bills D-line is going to sell out against A-Chain, who owns them. A-Chain has a demon touchdown score on Prize Picks after he scored every game this season and scored a ton against the Bills in his career. So if the Bills are smart, if I'm thinking like Sean McDermott, their coach, I'm thinking we sell out against A-Chain, who's a beast. We have an LB spine him the entire game, and we make Tua beat us through the air. That's what I would do if I was coach. Kind of weird there's no Tua fantasy score square up there. They got everything else on Prize Picks.
That is weird. That is weird.
Interesting. So that's why. That's why.
W's. I was also planning on going with Tua's arm.
Yeah. I'm trying to wait to see if they put up a fantasy score because I don't think he throws a pick. He's thrown a pick in 10 of the 9 games against the Bills. He's thrown a pick in 10 of those games. Crazy. They have a goblin pick square up. I would love to take the more than fantasy score, but it's not up right now. Kind of fishy. Not going to lie. Worst case scenario, take pass attempts. Because, again, I think they sell out against A-Chain, and it's going to be a big-time Tua game feeding his stud receivers who are getting disrespected nonstop this season.
I like that read.
Right? Keep the pass attempts back pocket. Wait for the fantasy score.
For sure. Love both.
All right? Good luck out there. Stay hot.
Let's go. Love Crab showing face. Love that. Let's get right to it, please. I mean, I was already leaning that way, King's props. I was also thinking A-Chain can grub in the passing game with receiving yards potentially. That's what I was kind of leaning. But I know the Bills are also the reason I was contradicting that Krabs statement before he came on was that I think if the Dolphins are going to manage to keep this game close, they're going to try to chew the fuck out of the clock, bro, and limit the chances for the Bills to continue scoring. And that's why that A-Chain rush attempt square, it's so red. I don't know. That's just like overthinking it, kind of. Like, look how red this is. Like, why would that be so high in a game where they're 12-point dogs? But that almost just feels like a too overthought, added out play. Right? That feels overcooked. I'm thinking I might go with Tua's pass yards. Definitely want to keep that in back pocket. Tua's pass yards or pass attempts. I don't know if I love the completions considering bro is fucking rat meat. 35 pass attempts. That might be Ma. Tua pass attempts and Tua pass yards. Love that, Krabs. Love that nugget. Yeah, dude, Big Cheesy. I was also looking at Ray Davis rushing yards. I just don't know if I have it in me to put that in. Just putting some things down in my think tank right now. Adam, I love that. I don't know about taking the running back's receiving yards every game and just hoping it hits. I want to have a real reason behind it. I think A Chain has a solid, valid reasoning behind his passing or receiving yards. The lab session isn't right without a jersey on. All right, dude. Let me go get my fucking Bills jersey. Let me get my Bills jersey, bro. BRB. All right, now we can begin labbing. Now we can begin labbing. Now we begin labbage. Let's fucking go. I want to prop.piss some of these squares before I just start throwing them around. Can I get pass attempts? I mean, he hasn't thrown for this many yards yet, or pass attempts all season. Give me verses. Give me verses. Really? He's 0-8 against the Bills, but he hasn't thrown for 35 attempts. Huh. Interesting nugs here. Hasn't even sniffed it yet so far this year. Okay. Do they have these on the green? John? I like it. I don't love it. I like it. I don't love it. Thank you. Hey, I'm Matt. Hold on. Let me check Green Book here. Passing props. Pass attempts 36 on the Green Book. Okay. 34.5 on the Green Book. Choose to the over. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. What's the status with Waddle and Tyreek, bro? Are they playing? Questionable? It's kind of important. Also, wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on a square that is calling my name. This one could be too obvious as well. Would love to check props .cash/greenbook. Kyle Juice checks on it. They're both playing. Okay. Waddle banged up. When is he not banged up? Josh Allen, 6.5 rush attempts, -110 on the books. This is an Aaron Dolan special. Well, we know that she fucking prints green. We know she prints. Don't hate that. I was going to put that one in Think Tank. Josh Allen rushing attempts. But think about game script here. I think the first half is going to be a 1-score game. And then it starts to get ugly late in the second half. I also think it could potentially be a good feet game. I mean, the Bills have been dropping Nuck every time they play the Dolphins, bro, averaging like 33 points a game. I think it could be more, or I think Josh Allen fantasy score could be a don't overthink it type of play. We're not cheering for fucking rush attempts and kneels. We're just cheering for Josh Allen to do what he does best and run the table. I'm putting that one in think tank. Putting that one in think tank. That one does kind of feel a little underthought. I want to look at some pass catchers here. Dude, I was looking at the numbers. Shakira mucks against the Dolphins, but I feel like he hasn't been heavily involved so far to start the season for the Bills. Only had 2 targets last week. Only 2 targets. Is Shakira up and moving around tonight? Is he on any of the injury reports? Is he questionable? Let me know. I'm looking at Shakira. He's not playing? What do you mean he's not playing? It is very hard to trust any Bills receiver, Big Cheesy. I feel that. I feel like it's a different guy every fucking night. Joshua Palmer receiving targets could be sharp. Keon Coleman. Also, Dalton Kincaid against the Dolphins. I believe mucks. Dalton Kincaid against Dolphins. Let me peep this. Versus. He's caught 4 passes every single time he's played the Dolphins. And then Krabs would follow that up with, yeah, he's caught. I said cotton. He's caught. And then Krabs will follow it up saying, yeah, he's getting a bagel tonight. See, why? Why? I kind of like his targets. Hold on, let me go peep these on PP. I fuck with that square, man. I really do. 3.5 receptions. We just need 4 catches from Dalton, bro. It doesn't feel like it's too much to ask. I'm also looking at A-Chain's receiving yards. A-Chain at 38.5 receiving yards. He had 92 last week. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dawson Knox also up and moving around. 12.5 yards. That could be oxygen. James Cook receiving. Very popular play. Guess I'm going to go to Twitch and participate in live chat. Yeah, you can see the chats if you go to Twitch. You can see everyone up and moving, active. If you're in the Twitch chat, come over to the Twitch. Bookit Sports is a Twitch channel. I'm looking at A-Chain's receiving and Kincaid receptions. You're only here because they're not live in playback. Total Slayer, bro. Go touch some grass. Go touch some grass, brother. I'm going to stop reading chat for a minute so I can lock in if you don't mind. Let me look at Green Book here. Receptions. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bills spread tonight, boys. I've decided it's the Bills. I have decided, indeed, it is the Bills. Can I see receptions? Kyle Juice checks. Receptions for Shakir, 5. Dalton Kincaid, 4 plus 100. Interesting, interesting. Not seeing heavy juice on some of these Johns that I thought would be a little more juicy. Dalton Kincaid juiced minus 130 to the under. That's shocking. Big Cheesy with 5 gifted whales. Come on, Cheese. Dude, that's weird, bro. He's caught in 4 passes in every game against the Dolphins, and he's juiced minus 130 to the under. That's a little scary. That's a little scary. I understand why maybe staying off that play could be a move. If we went with Tua's pass attempts, though, Tua pass attempts, was that one juiced to the over? That one, was that juiced to the over? Let me check one more time. 36 plus. Yeah, it was just the over. I like that one. I like that one. I'm leaning to a pass attempts for the first square. I think I'm gonna want to go with A-Chain's receiving yards to follow that up. Let me see if that nerfs correlation or not. What scares me though is that if they want to stay in this game, I think they're going to just milk clock and try and take away chances for the Bills to retain possession and have the ball and limit them from drive milk taking. Just a thought. Just a thought. A-Chain receiving yards potential. Does that nerf lineup? Yeah. So lame, bro. So lame. So fucking lame. So lame. Let me get a quick rip here. I wish Josh Allen's passing touchdowns were not a green gob. The more I think about it, though, I'm starting to love his rush attempts, dude, for Josh Allen. We know we're going to see some feet, bro. James Cook rushing yards. God, this game sucks. I'll say it. I'll say it. This game sucks. What are my prop tools I'm using here besides props.cash? Is there anything else I need to know about? Is there anything else we should know about? Let's not be afraid to take unders too, bro. This is when you get surgical in a shit game like this. No, I'm more than down for Josh Allen's fantasy score. More than down for that. More than down for that. Did I miss Blue Juice? Adam's got whales. Adam's got whales. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Whalers. Total's 51 in this game. Is that actually it? That's fucking insane. That's insane. All right. We got to come together, or we got to come to terms with 4 squares that I'm in love with that have stories behind all of them, just like we've been doing, man. Just like we've been doing. You know what I think could be a read? Oh, there's a reason why they're not giving us PATs made. Dude, this guy Rezo with 5 gifted subbies and Esto up the Gons. You guys are goated. We got a hype train, Kai Sanat. Kai Sanat, kicking points. Matt Prater, who's coming off 1 billion kicking points. Not sure if I want to back that, but it honestly could be fucking air because I think the Bills put up fat points tonight. I was also considering some sacks taken squares. Dude, I can't get my mind off this square, bro. It's so weird. Is this square not weird to you guys? Did I miss a total Slayer love? Total Slayer gifted 5? No way, Total Slayer. No way. This square is living in my head rent free, boys. It's living in my head rent free. Shakira coming off a 12-yard game, bro. I feel like it could be a Shakira game. Yeah, I'm trying my best to stay off Josh Allen rush yards. You know that's a play that I normally would just throw in the lineup and click and pray and not even think about it. But everybody's got that in their lineup tonight. Everybody does. I think it could be a Shakira feast fest, boys. I really do. Let me get some props.cash Shakira Nuggets. Dude, he also mucks against the Dolphins. But tonight, or in 2025, he's only had 7 receptions, including 1 last game. Against Miami, though, he's been mucking. This is receptions, though. I want yards. I don't see a reason why Shakira doesn't get involved. I think I got to come to terms with a decision, and I think the decision is going to be it's a Shakira game. I think it's a Shakira game, boys. Can I get some Kyle Juice checks on Shakira, please? Receiving props. Yards, Shakira, 50 plus is plus 120. We only need 43. Receiving yards, 42.5. Even both ways. That's fine. Shakir, 4.5 receptions is juice to the under, which is interesting. But there's really nobody that's juiced to the over except for Malik Washington and Joshua Palmer. Do they have any of those NPCs up? They do. Dude, Malik Washington is minus 140, boys. We're just going to sit here with a minus 140 on the board and not do anything about it? What do we do with this information? Thumb injury for Malik. Okay. Back to Malik. Is there any Twitter nugs about him? Malik Washington on Twitter. A lot of PODs. Malik Washington, rush yards. No way it's an Austin's props POD, dude. No way. No way he was the one that returned that shit. What about his targets? Staying away from Malik Washington, Josh Allen attempts, Josh Allen longest rush, A-Chain attempts. Why are you staying away from that? I mean, I think that could be a good play, bro. Literally saw the same amount of targets week 1 as Jalen Waddle. Waddle, who's banged up. Real important. Can we just see what Alex Caruso's on? Really important. Matt Prater field goals made, I bet. Dalton Kincaid, sure. Josh Allen under pick, I bet. A-Chain receiving yards. Fuck. Dude, he might be in lab, though. He might be in Duff here. Shit. I like the Tua. Everyone's on A-Chain receptions. I feel like Shakir is a solid play. Kish, drop me that nugget about Shakir and the coverages. Can you drop me that nugget again? Drop me that nugget. I need a story for Shakir. Snell just texted me. I've been him, bro. I'm even more him in 2K. Lock in. You're never on. Adam, I'm going to get to MLB, bro. I need my primetime 4-man. Let me craft. Yeah, I have no idea why Snell is so dialed on the mountain, especially with how much 2K he's been playing as of recent. Where's my Kish nugget, dude? Can I get my Kish nug? Also, does this Josh Allen fantasy score ruin or nerf the payout if I go fantasies? No way it nerfs it, bro. What the fuck? How are we going to craft a 4-man, dude? Well, it's not good for Shakir. Oh, shit, Kish. Oh, shit, Kish. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting kind of letting chat influence my thoughts here a little more than I would like. More than I would like. So I'm going to close chat. Get back to what I was doing. I still think I'm willing and able to come to terms with Josh Allen's fantasy and Tua's pass attempts. Not looking at chat. Where's my pass attempt square? Those just feel like 2 game script type of plays. They really do. Josh Allen doing what he does best, just mucking in every which way that he can. I think he throws for 2 touchdowns. That's pretty telling that it's the green gob. He might even rush for 1. Worried about potential blowout. Definitely kind of worried about a potential blowout. Maybe it's his first half fantasy score. Wouldn't that be a curveball? Dude, that A-Chain rush attempt square is still just lingering in the back of my head. Sacks taken as a green gobby. That sucks, dude. I would have loved to have taken that. Would have loved to. I think maybe I wish the PATs or the kicking points wasn't such a square read. Riley Patterson's kicking points, 5.5, green as maw. It could also be Prater. Kicking points. I need to find something that's going to tickle Jimmy, dude. Malik Washington targets. Waddle 7 targets. That line feels so high. Joshua Palmer. All right, so I could take a Bills receiving target and it won't be nerfed. But if I take a Dolphin receiving target, it's going to be nerfed. Okay, noted. A-Chain receiving is a play I loved. What about his receptions, though? James Cook, that's LC written all over it. Malik Washington, that one's really, really fucking talking to me. Definitely nerfs pay out pretty fat. A-Chain 6 receptions. Holy fuck. Let me see receptions for A-Chain here. Choose to the over. Man, I know it's square, but What about target? Take me to the targets. Let me look at some of the targets. For Joshua Palmer. Ooh. Coming off only 3 targets last week. Dude, Joshua Palmer just feels like that guy. He feels like that guy where it's like 3-hour stream, catches the first pass of the game. Nobody had him. You know what I mean? Doesn't he kind of feel like that guy? Joshua Palmer juiced fat to the over too. Is it a Josh Palmer game? Joshua Palmer, 34.5 yards. He's been averaging 40. Give me receiving yards. Joshua Palmer versus Miami 2 years ago. That's not valid. Dude, I'm kind of sold on Josh fucking Palmer. I'm kind of fucking talking myself into Joshua Palmer. Yeah, wasn't even on the same team. Yeah, GG. Let's do a quick Twitter scroll here. Look at this game film, bro. I've already seen it, man. I've already seen it, dude. I've already seen it. I've already seen it, man. I think I'm talking myself into maybe a Joshua Palmer game. I think I'm doing it, boys. Props.cash is doing it. What do they have for his receptions? No. Wasn't it there earlier? Or am I tripping? I'm pretty in on that. Josh Palmer, yards. pretty in on it, dude. I feel good about it. He's a sneaky threat. Sneaky threat nobody's talking about. Am I wrong? It's still nerfing, which is I don't understand how it's fucking nerfed. I don't understand how it's fucking nerfed. I need a reason to not believe in Washington. Is Malik Washington not him, bro? I mean, the value is there. Is he not him? The value's there, though. Give me a reason why the value's not fucking there. Doesn't play. Okay, we don't want guys that aren't getting 57%, 50% of the routes. Big Cheesy, why are we talking about Eagles, man? Why are we talking about the Eagles? We can't overlook GOATs either, bro. We got Tyreek Hill. We got Waddle. We can't overlook that trying to be sharp. We can't. Do we say fuck Malik Washington? Do we say fuck Malik Washington? Josh Allen fantasy score. Is that tickling Jimmy for y'all? What if we got involved with the tackles and assists? That would be surgical. Completion percentage? Dude, yeah. Literally in June, we'd be praying for this. What if it's James Cook's rush attempts? Why are we overlooking James Cook? Where's my rush attempts? 15? 15 rush attempts? Give me props on cash. Rush attempts for James Cook. Holy moly. He's never even had 15 against the Bills. And they pump that shit up? We think it's going to be a boring ass game. Coming off 21 rush attempts last week. Dude, what if they had Ray Davis rush attempts? Maybe it's Ray Davis rushing yards. Do they think he's going to be a big part of the game? How many carries did he have last week? How many carries? Napkin with a good nug. Ray Davis going to get more touches. Short week. Great call, dude. Ray Davis going to be have some impact on the Bills offense tonight on a short week where James Cook just got 21 rush attempts right there. He had 9 last week. He had 9. Ray Davis. And James Cook had 21 rush attempts. 21. Dude, we might have just gotten so deep in fucking bag here. I'm in on Ray Davis. I'm so in on Ray Davis. They don't have his rush attempts up, and I think that's probably for a reason. This shit is red as peepaw. How many yards on 9 carries for Ray? For Sugar Ray? I mean, it's right there. He had 24 yards. Hook 'em all. Dude, I'm actually pretty in on this. This feels like a story behind the sell job type play. Short week. James Cook splooged last week. Multiple touchdowns, 21 carries, 100 plus yards. Man, that feels good. You got James Cook as the taco. It's just everything is aligning. Everything's aligning. Ray Davis is how you reach in your bag and you come out with coin. You come out with coin. Come on. I'm not in love with the Josh Allen fantasy score, to be honest with you. I already see it now. We're begging him to get us 5 fantasy points late in the third quarter. It feels like it's going to be free. We just need 5 more. Tick, 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 tick. Oh my God, we're out of time. We're cooked. They're running the ball. Josh Allen ain't throwing anymore. We lose by 5 fantasy points. I don't want that tonight. I'm buying into the Bills spread being a mega. And with that, we have to fucking correlate how we think the game is going to go, dude. God, I'm bricked up. Let's go. Let's keep moving. We need 2 more squares for the Dolphins here. So we're sold. We're sold on Joshua Palmer. I think I am. At first, I thought it was going to be Shakira, but I think Joshua Palmer is weeding around the cake and finding a whale. I still want to go with Tua's pass attempts is so sketchy, dude. It's a lot of pass attempts. A lot. It's a lot. It's so many, bro. We're going to need a lot to go our way to throw that many fucking times. And you know what else? I think he gets sacked a billion times, and we're going to desperately need those. We're going to need those pass attempts, and he's not going to fucking get the ball out. He just isn't going to get it out. I'm going to come back to this, though. I'm going to come back to it. Dude, Shelly, they have 2.5 sacks up, and it's a fucking gob. Tyreek Hill receptions could just be like we have some crispy plays for the Bills here. Crispy plays. Reports were asking Tyreek how he feels about being more than 1 year where he doesn't go a 30 yards or more. Bro was feeling. Bro, Pega, I need English. I need full English. A-Chain and Tyreek have the same amount of receptions. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me Kyle Juice check some of these receptions for the Dolphins. Anybody juice fat? Malik Washington's the only one. Malik Washington's the only one. fade A-Chain's rush and square up. Yeah. Yeah. What if it was always Ollie Gordon, bro? To a rushing yard? That could be paw, dude. That could be paw. They don't even have those up for Tua on DK. That's probably going to be paw. You don't think he's getting 2 rush yards for Tua? He could. Can we prop stock cash this? My golly gee. My golly gee. By golly, my golly gee. My golly, by golly. By golly, my golly. Not a very popular play. Not a very popular play. Not seeing too many fucking sell jobs on it. Dude, I kind of fuck with this square, man. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. I'm not going to lie. And you know what? This feels like a square that might be on the sharp report again. Hold on. Let me check some shit here. It's 1 rush attempt. Why are we acting like he needs 100 yards? Tua pass plus rush is lower than his fucking pass. That's got to be cap. His pass yards are 237. His pass plus rush. What? How does that make sense? Make that make sense. That makes no sense. There's not a single way you could describe that play makes sense. His pass yards on DK is 238.5. We're getting some CLV here. We're getting some CLV. Hold on. Let me just see. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what to do for another Dolphins play. We know we're going to take Tua something. I think Tua has a lot to prove in this game. I think he has a lot to prove. Tyreek Hill, that's a lot of targets, boys. This might be a situation where you just sack up and take a goat. This might have to be our goat spot here. Whether it's A-Chain, Tyreek, somebody. This might have to be our goat spot. We can't stray away from taking goats on shit teams. Tyreek Hill with a fat total. Let me check his juice checks. We're overlooking Tyreek, boys. That feels like a stupid call. Ray Davis, 24 is not EV? What do you mean? Let me check it on DK what Ray Davis is. You know, I try to not let the EV get to me. Considering Ben Rice was like plus 130 for bases and bro hit a fucking gag. I'm seeing 24 and a half minus 112 both ways on DraftKings. Dude, I'm kind of in on Tyreek's receiving targets. But that's going to nerf us, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Fuck that. Fuck that. I bet you it wouldn't be if it was with his rush yard. I bet you that shit's not nerfed with the rush yard. Dude, that could be it. Man, did I just get in the lab here or nah? Tyreek on primetime feels like a must. Feels like a must. Joshua Palmer, sneaky grub fest. We just need 35. Ray Davis, full red chart. Nobody wants anything to do with Ray Davis. Waddle banged up. Tyreek on primetime. They're going to feed him. Everybody's on A-chain. I'm good there. He might muck receiving wise. I like the receiving yards. It just feels too square. Chat, we have 25 minutes and I still haven't labbed MLB yet, bro. No, doesn't BCL start at 11:30? Yeah. What if we went? I'm just going to try something really quick. That's so moose. So moose. Shut up, P-Dub. So moose. I'm in on what we had, dude. Tua rushing yard. Could be the play of the day. If Tua scrambles, we win. Peep the latest Caruso tweet. Am I not going to like this? I better like this. Malik Washington under longest reception. That feels like a dono. That's the only square we're clicking and praying on. Yeah, this feels like a Blake Snell square in a must-need game. A must-need game with a lot to prove and a lot for this man on his shoulders. People are doubting him. People are sleeping on him. Fuck, this could be the game where Tua's half rush yard or rushing touchdown for the year cashes. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Does this look good on the eyeballs? Is the question. Let me look at it in the palm of my hands. Let me look at it in the palm of my hands. No, sacks do not count towards the rush yards. Not in the pros. Not in the pros. Joshua Palmer. I love this play. He's juice fat to get 3 receptions. I think he is going to continue to be involved in this offense, in an offense that loves to spread the love around. I'm not willing to take a guy, a star on the Bills, that's going to require to get us a lot of yards. If I'm following my game script, I think Joshua Palmer gets this on the first drive of the game, to be honest with you. I see Joshua Palmer scoring first. I'll say it. I see Joshua Palmer scoring the first touchdown. Just leaked it. Ray Davis. I love this square. Might be my favorite square of the 4. In a game on a short week for the Bills, where James Cook's coming off 21 touches. 21 touches. Full red square. I see Ray Davis getting double-digit touches tonight. Tyreek Hill. Reason why I like the targets here is because it's Tyreek on primetime. He's bitching to the media about not being a competitive team and getting the touches he needs. He's on primetime. He's going to get the ball. The announcer's going to be splooging and calling his name all night. We're not relying on Tua to complete said passes. We just need him to throw it his way. You could probably expect a good amount of deep balls from Tua to Tyreek. Doesn't even matter if he catches them or not. Love that square. And to tuck us in, Tua, 1.5 rush yard. A man with a lot to prove tonight. Everybody's writing him off. We've seen how many quarterbacks went over their rush yards last prime time. Oh, all 4 of them did. All 4 of them. I'm really proud of this lineup, boys. It's not one that I would normally cook. Now we're just clicking buttons. I just went through the whole 4-man and gave you the story behind each one. You think I'm out here just clicking buttons? Nah, I locked it in. I already locked it. How did I not get Palmer involved? I heard some things about his thumb. I don't know. I didn't love it. I already locked it. I locked it, boys. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? It's not always about plus EV. It's about football reasons for what's happening on the football field. That's what it's about. What's happening on the baseball field? We know Zebby Matthews fucking sucks. We know Ben Rice. Like, you know what I mean, dude? The stories made sense. That's why those lineups were fucking free. All right, we have 20 minutes. Let's see if we could scavenge together a baseball lineup. If plus EV betters hit every time they place the lineup, they would stop betting. They would stop betting. Right? What's going on the diamond today, boys? Fill me in. Where are my baseball sharps? I haven't even looked at slate. I'm not even looking at the early games. I'm going straight to the late night slate. Wow, we got Kikuchi and Priester. We got Yoshinobu. We got Yoshinobu refractors. We got Priester. What was the nuggets about Priester that I was seeing? Did I see Jonah Tong? Oh my, Jonah Tong on the bump, huh? Jonah Tong on the fucking bump. I bet. Manny Machado might send him to fucking Europe. We have Scooble on the mound. Oof. Daytime Scooble. 1.5 walks for Tong. That could be a fade, bro. Do they actually have that up as a regular square? No. They don't have that up. Thank you for lying, Cheliop. Appreciate it. Dude, he ain't walking too, I'll tell you that. He had negative 13 points in his last start. I had a 50-unit Mortal Mega. Kikuchi out. Soriano got hurt in the first inning yesterday. Ooh, one shot. One shot with a nug of Sench. Let me rule out all the early cake. I am good here. I know it's soft, boys. I know it's soft. I know it's soft. We got Hunter Green against the Cubs with a high K line. Where are my baseball sharps at? Where are my nuggets? I need some chicken nuggets. Max Fried, for old time's sake, against rookie refractor Cade Povich, who sucks. Ooh, the Cubs coming off a hangover. Ooh, the Reds being fat favorites. Oh, let me look at some fantasy scores. Hunter Green pretty high. Max Fried. The Yankees have been treating me nicely. Yoshinobu. What are the Dodgers on the money line? Minus 175, right? Oh my God, it's fucking Logan Webb day. Fuck Logan Webb. Fuck Logan Webb. Cade Povich or Aaron Judge 2 for 2 with 2 bombs against Povich. Fuck, dude, that's so scary. I kind of like that nugget from Kikuchi outs, though. He does suck, I will say. Dude, it might be Hunter Green's shove fest. And I'm down to back that with a W reason. The Cubs are drunk and hammered. But I need more than that. I need more than the Cubs are hungover. What are the pitching splits here for Hunter Green, bro? Give me a solid reason for why Hunter Green's going to shove besides the Cubs are hammered. I want a Yankee bat, too. Take me to the fucking Yankee game. Yeah, dude. Exactly, Kyle B. That was a shit read by me. Right hand up. Hand up. Hand up. Hunter Green, batter props for the Yanks. Let me look at these. Lefty Crusher Ahmed. You like Rosario? He's plus 180 for 2 hits. I mean, Cody Bellinger's seeing them, dude. Cody Bellinger's seeing them. I mean, if this square doesn't turn green, I'll put my balls in a blender. I would put balls in blender. I'll say it. Do I have the balls to take it, though, is the real question. I mean, yeah, dude. At what point do we just lock in Trent Grisham, click and pray? At what point? Ben Rice, 1.5 HRRs? Do I have the time to go through the fan graph bullshit? I don't know if I do. Is Judge Walk a regular square? course not. 1.5 bases, so. Why is Ben Rice? Is Cade Povich righty or lefty? He's a lefty? Lefty for Ben Rice? That's probably why that squares out. That's probably why that squares out. Who on the Yanks has a move today, boys? Take me to the Yankee game. Blaine Krim. That dude's fucking green. Churio, Jackson Churio betters. I kind of like the read on the pitching outs. Let me see if I can come to terms with that for Kikuchi. I wish I went live earlier, boys. Any more time? Where's outs? Juice to the over. Can I get Kyle Juszczyk on Greenbook here? For Kikuch? Somebody was dropping nuggets about Priester yesterday, and I'm wishing I remember what they were. Does anyone remember what they were? Outs recorded. Ooh, Kikuchi juice to the over. Wait, so Soriano left the game first inning? Is that true? Brewers haven't lost a Priester start since May. Wow. Dude, Brian C. Kikuchi pitching out sounds like a great play. Any reason why you wouldn't like it? Maybe even pitches thrown, which might be way overthinking it. But, I mean, they're going to need him. Fifth most walks in the MLB. That's a good point. Do the Brewers walk a lot? I'm kind of sold on the pitching outs, bro. I'm talking myself into it. It feels like a baseball reason behind the play. Unless Brian C tells me otherwise, I'm down to take that pitching out square. We need two more. 10 minutes. Find two hitters. Any weird total bases up I should know about? Any weird total bases up? And any weird hit run RBI? Oh, Geeku, I got you today, bro. Can you DM me again, please? Can you DM me again? Milwaukee is fifth in walk percentage versus left-handers since All-Star break. Okay. I understand. I mean, I get why. Woodruff got 969. I know. It almost just feels like it's too easy, bro. Taking Priester K's. At some point, they got to fucking figure it out at the plate. The Angels do. What about Austin Slater for the Yankees? We could go with Ahmed Rosario, lefty killer, HRR, which is on the board. I'm kind of in on that. Let me look at Brian C's now here. Brian C has had his hands involved in the last 2-4, man. So I gotta keep that going here. HRR for Rosario. Dude. Yeah, I'm in on that. Dude, one more. Brian C, dude. Do you want to be in the hall or what, brother? Do you want to be in the hall or what? Now we have Yoshinobu and the Dodgers. You know who it might be? Which could be a click and pray type play, to be honest. But this dude's seeing fucking beach balls, chat. Beach balls. Give me some. Oh, it's Logan Webb. That's going to be tough. Who hits the best off Logan Webb for the Dodgers, chat? Who's got good splits against Logan Webb? Because I'm thinking Andy Pajes. The best hitter the Dodgers have is Andy Pajes. Pajes 4 for 14. Hey, Oscar 6 for 16. Let me prop stock cash some of the HRRs here. Is Freddie actually starting to see him? Dude, I'm kind of leaning on Freddie. I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing out of Freddie as of recent. 6.5 fantasy score. Even the combo K prop could tickle Jim. Freddie did put one to Mars last night. Lefty righty matchup for Fredward. Dude, Snell was something else, bro. Kike Hernandez could be a good option too. We got 5 minutes here, boys. Cole Reagan strikeouts is a don't overthink it play. Bro, are you stuck on Wednesday, my guy? The fuck? Are you stuck on Wednesday? Freddie HRR is, yeah, I was just looking at that. Green Gob. Let me check some Kyle's Juice check here. He's plus 180 for 2+ hits, better than Shohei's odds. That's a good sign. He's minus 300 to get 1 hit. His fantasy is 6.5. His bases are plus chick. That's okay. He's plus 150 for an RBI. I mean, yeah, because he doesn't really steal that much. Where is he in the lineup? Probably third, like usual, or fourth. Max Muncy's up for HRR. I think Freddie might tickle Jim enough for me. Freddie might tickle Jim enough. I think we have our 4-man. Rosario, Freddie Freeman, Kikuchi pitching outs, 15.5. We need him to get 1 out in the 6th inning. Can you come to terms with Freddie? Absolutely. It's more so, can I come to terms with Kikuchi, bro, against the smoking hot Joe Madden Brewers? Who is the Chris Sale? Is there a K prop we're leaving out? Is there a K prop that we're just leaving out? What about Max Fried, dude? What's your thought on your boy Max Fried, Brian C? Real quick thoughts? I got you, Goots. Also, you guys go over my stream 4 out of 5 times a week. I might have to go over a couple mins here. I mean, yeah, Kikuchi's not going to make anybody feel comfortable. Brian C, dude, do you like it? You know what's weird, I think, is that Hunter Green's up for 7 Ks, but his fantasy is only 31.5. Any reason for that? Any reason for that? I don't know. I think we just crafted a winner, bro. Ahmed Rosario, Freddie Freeman, Hunter Green, Kikuchi. $31.5's high. I locked it in. Brian C, dude, I think I cooked another winner. Bobby Witt, or Freddie Freeman's our Bobby Witt. Okay. Our Ben Rice, our Tyler Stevensons of the world is Ahmed Rosario. Our Chris Sales of the world. We're going to need Kikuchi to be Sale tonight. And Hunter, I mean, dude, Kikuchi is a great fucking play considering the circumstances. And Hunter Green against the hungover, sleepy Reds. This is a must need. Must need. Great work. Great fucking work, boys. Let me drop the link and then I'll get out of here. The lab works there. That's all you could fucking go to bed with. That's all you can go to bed with. That's all you can ask for. Here's the link to the baseball 4-man. Love it. Love it. And if it cakes, it cakes. But we know what we tried. We know that we gave it our best shot. We're not listening to fucking Rich Major, you know, and clicking and praying. Solid lab sesh. Solid all around. Feels great. All right, fellas. Enjoy BTL. Stay right here. Good luck tonight. Night sweats tonight. I'll see you guys there. Lock in. Appreciate you tuning in and sticking around. Stay right here for BTL, boys. Can't wait to hear what they have. Hopefully, I was able to squeak in some props that make the board. We'll find out. We'll find out. But let's watch. GG's. Be seeing.